Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today, let's look at the computer system, where we will understand what computer is. Then we describe the components, parts that makes up the computer system. Then lastly, we look at the range of peripheral components used in a modern office. So with my short, brief illustration there, we can see exactly what we should be expecting in this particular discussion. So as you can see there, we have an image of a CPU, a monitor, a laptop, a mouse, or even a file explorer. So basically, that's what one of the things or some of the things that we'll try to touch. So firstly, let's look what a computer is. A computer is an electronic device that accepts data or input, processes it according to a set of instruction algorithm, and then generate the results as output. So that's what a computer is. Computers come in various shapes, sizes, and configurations. As you can see below there, you can have a computer in the form of a desktop, a computer in the form of a laptop, and a computer in the form of a tablet, or a computer in the form of a smartphone, just as illustrated below our slide. So what about computer hardware? Computer hardware refers to the tangible physical components of a computer system. So anything that is tangible that you can see and touch is regarded as a computer hardware. So still in my illustration below there, you can see we have a number of computer hardware parts such as monitor, laptop, CPU, mouse, network card, hard disk drive, flash drive, VGA cable, a power supply, a floppy disk. So those are some of the examples of computer hardware. What about computer software? In comparison to computer hardware, computer software is a set of instructions, data, or programs used to operate computers and execute specific tasks. So that's what a computer software is. And there below we have some common office programs which are regarded as computer software. Of course, we have Microsoft Word, Excel, OneNote, PowerPoint, and Outlook. So all these computer software have their specific purpose, or they are used to execute specific tasks. For example, Word used for creating, editing, and formatting written documents, whereas Excel used to organize, analyze, and manipulate data, whereas the Microsoft OneNote used to store, share, and manage notes, ideas, and files, whereas PowerPoint used to create visuals, aids for speeches, meeting, and other events. And then lastly, Microsoft Outlook is used for sending and receiving mail. So that is about computer software. And then the main components of a computer system, in a nutshell, these are some of the main components of a computer system, including the RAM, the hard disk drive, the processor, the mouse, the GPU, the monitor, and the motherboard. So let us look at what these main components of a computer does. For example, let's start with the motherboard. Motherboard, also known as the main circuit board, is the central component of a computer system, and its main functions, briefly, we have the first one as component connector. The motherboard provides a place for all computer components to connect to each other. This includes the CPU, the RAM, the hard disk drive, optical drive, graphic card, sound card, network card, and just to mention a few. And then also it functions as data transmission. It allows the components to communicate with each other, uh, facilitating the transfer of information to different components. And then the other components, in terms of the main components of computer system, we have the CPU, also known as central processing unit, is the brain of the computer. And here are some of the main functions: execute instructions and coordination. It coordinates the activities of other hardware components such as RAM, storage devices, and peripherals, ensuring that the computer functions efficiently. And below there we have the image or an illustration of such a component. Random access memory is the other one. It's a volatile memory that stores data and instructions while computer is powered on, meaning if it is powered off, it loses such data. So its main functions include data storage, data accessibility, and also improves performance of your machine. Below is an example or an illustration of such a component. The hard disk drive is a non-volatile storage that stores digital information or data or on magnetic platters. Its primary functions include storing data and data retrieval. So below there again is an illustration. And then a computer monitor as another component. This one displays a computer monitor or a display device is responsible for displaying the output of the computer. And here are some of the common functions. It outputs display, interface, and the resolution. So this is another functions of a monitor. Then the computer mouse. A computer mouse is basically a pointing device that controls a cursor or pointer, on the computer screen, and its main functions are as use it to control the cursor and also clicking and dragging. Let's look at the peripheral components of a computer that can be used in a modern office. So after discussing the components, the main components of a computer, we look at the peripheral components that can be used in a modern office. Firstly, let's look what peripheral devices are. So peripheral devices are hardware components that are used or that are connected to a computer to expand its capabilities. These devices usually allow the computer to interact with the outside world and are usually not directly related to the computer's core functions. For instance, we have the monitor there, the mouse, the speakers, the the projector, the keyboard, and also the webcam. So these are some of the examples of peripheral components or devices. In expanding all those components, we can also group them into the following group of devices, such as input devices. These devices allow users to enter data into the computer, such as keyboards, mice, and touch screens. Exactly as you can see down there, we have a keyboard which you can use it to input character, and it has also function keys. It has shortcut keys that you can use to enter data into the computer. And then another input device is a mouse. A mouse is an input devices. These include devices that allow users to enter data into the computer, such as mouse and touchscreen, as we have already mentioned in the previous slide. But here we are looking at what a mouse is. A mouse is a clicking device that you can use to click or use to select or copy and drop files wherever you want. So that is an example of a mouse and its specific function. And then another one is a point of sale scanner, as indicated there. This one is used to read barcodes of products and also is used for scanning. And then the other one is a scanner, a normal scanner used to capture images and also to convert files from PDF, JPEG, TIFF to different formats or to such formats. And then the other one, we have the output devices. In modern office, we have the monitor, which you use it to show images, you use it to display text. And then we also have the printer, which you use it for printing, and also use it for scanning. So that's what the printer is all about. This one acts as an output device. And then the other output device is a speaker, as indicated there. We use it to output audio, to play music, and also use it for voice chats. So that is the output device, classified as a speaker. And then the projector, we use it to display content, and then to enlarge the visuals that we are viewing from our computers, projected to a screen or to a wall. Storage devices is another group of is under the peripheral components of a computer used in a modern office. Computer storage devices, hardware components that allow computers to save, retrieve, and store data. These devices come in a variety of types, and each with different characteristics. Like as you can see there, we have a HDD, hard disk drive, used to store data, used to read data or write data, and used to transfer data. And then the SSD is another one. It just works like a HDD, but the only difference is that it has shock resistance, which means it have no moving parts, making them more resistant to shocks, vibrations, or other physical stresses as compared to the hard disk drive. So it's better than the hard disk drive if you are to use it. And then the SD card, also is under the storage devices. You use this to store data, and also it is portable. You can carry it everywhere you want or everywhere you go. And then also it has high capacity, as you can see there. And in our illustration there, it has 128 GB. And then lastly, the USB flash drive. This one, you use it to store data, to transfer data, and also it is portable, as same as the SD card. So that was a quick presentation about the computer system, which included the definition of a computer, the main components of a computer system, and different peripheral components that can be used in a modern office. I thank you so much for taking your time to watch this short video. Until next time, thank you. Bye.